It's Christ169 coming to you guys with another live upload. Not really live. I'm outside of Clarksville Athletic Club here. I'm about to get my gym on in about 20 minutes or so. But really, it's time to discuss the situation with Microsoft. If you've been living under a bridge or whatever, or not really paying attention to what's going on in the world today in the gaming industry, why are you on my channel watching in its first place? But if you're a gaming person, you heard the news that Sony has closed. Microsoft has closed down some Bethesda studios, but they acquired all these studios, and they're closing some down. The ones that created Hi-Fi Rush, and some other games. I think State of Decay 2, I think it was. Studios, and also one that's pretty cool is called Prey. The game called Prey that was made one of these studios too as well. I don't have the name of the studio. Sorry, I'm not going to go into detail about this. But I want to talk about this situation at hand here. How did we get here? In the game industry, how in the hell did we get to this situation at hand? How do we get to this point of view in our lives, in the gaming life? That we have people out there, companies are going like buying everything. And promising fans, oh no, we're not gonna get rid of these studios. We're gonna be long and hard, and Redfall's gonna be great. And of course, Redfall is a cluster F of a mess. Redfall is supposed to have a single player campaign. I've heard offline campaign, cooperative campaign, whatever it will be. That's been annexed because the studio's closed down now. A lot of things supposed to happen didn't happen. And it makes people wonder who are under the umbrella of Microsoft. Said, are we next? I can say, yeah, you're probably next. Because they're not ordering games to come out with any type of zazz. When's the last Microsoft game that came out that had a great splash? Outside Hi-Fi Rush, that studios now is closed. Or closing down. Also, what was the biggest game that came out? Starfield. That studio I heard could be closing down too as well, or closed down too as well. Starfield is interesting because it's made by a Bethesda too, and it didn't receive very well. Now No Man's Sky had the same thing. Of course, a little more wax on, wax off, polish up, and a little polish of paint, add a little more to it, and No Man's Sky became a lot better. But it shouldn't be a lot better down the road. What I'm saying is though, every Microsoft game that came out, including Halo, has been a damn dumpster fire. And what the hell is the bullshit that they're snorting up there at Microsoft? Are they all in gigantic, 70s style Coke parties where they're all snorting Coke and running around chasing women and having the balls hanging out, flapping in the wind, and it's like massive orgies going on, and they're too busy doing that, not worrying about the fact that the companies they bought are just sitting there just rotting away? It would have been better if Microsoft left Bethesda alone, didn't buy them up. Maybe had a contract agreement to make games only on Bethesda, but didn't buy them up. But let them alone as a third-party developer, but didn't buy them up and under the umbrella of Microsoft. Now he did. Even Phil Spencer is losing his control of Xbox. Because he has report now to the Microsoft heads. He doesn't even have people controlling him anymore. So it's telling me that there's a war breaking out between Xbox and Microsoft. Microsoft probably wants to go this way. Microsoft wants a zig, and Phil Spencer, Xbox wants a zag. They want to do different things. But Microsoft is the blessing company that makes it rain microdollars. So who do you think they're going to listen to? Some guy who has a cool haircut called Phil Spencer, or the corporate guys over here say, "Hey, we're paying your guys' budget." So yeah, you're going to go with the budget guys, right? So that being said, though, what is Microsoft doing with their studios they bought? Instead of shutting them down, they're releasing trash, garbage games that need more time in the oven. Who released Redfall early? Was it Xbox? No. Microsoft told them to release it early. Single player campaign, online whole campaign wasn't even installed yet. Wasn't even finished yet. Halo, another thing. No split screen. Okay? Took forever to get cooperative campaign. This stuff here is insane, folks. We're looking at the demise of gaming, in Microsoft right now. We're looking at the demise of gaming in Microsoft. We're looking at Microsoft Games Studios being burnt to the ground by Microsoft themselves. Not Sony outselling them, or Nintendo outselling them, or Steam, Valve have better deals. But just because they're imploding from the inside by Microsoft, and the water of all the shit that Microsoft is pouring on Xbox is literally going to smother them and just crush them. This is what's happening when you buy too much damn studios. Yes, if Microsoft, hey, we bought Bethesda, we want Activision, we can't do it right now, make some games, whatever. They don't. And they're being overshadowed by Game Pass Ultimate. Okay? Game Pass Ultimate is a great way to play a bunch of games for a cheap, good price. And I think it's a good option to do. But sometimes you got to take the money and put that money where your mouth is. You got to stop sitting there and trying to nickel and dime the consumer with add-on crap, with extra stupid features. We need to have microtransactions to these games to do all sort of crap. Helldivers 2 had an issue with Sony, PlayStation Network, and then 2 days later, boom, Neil went down on Sony. They kneeled down, they surrendered. You know what happened? Yes, they fired the gaming community manager. Okay, maybe he was leaving anyway, maybe he was kind of coming in, whatever. But he stood the ground and cost with his gaming life, his career. And I respect him for that. But what I don't respect is Microsoft lying to the fans, myself included. I have Xbox app on my gaming rig. I have Game Pass Ultimate. I play Doom when I can. It's pretty cool with the HD, with HDR10 on my monitor. It's pretty awesome. So I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that kind of stuff. I don't mind having Game Pass Ultimate because it's a good option for budget gamers like me who don't want to spend $70 per head on a game. I haven't bought an Xbox game since Call of Duty Cold War when I had my One X, when I played my One X. And I haven't played that fully with games in over 2.5, 3 years. I've been on my gaming rig doing that. So why am I going to support Microsoft with buying a $70 game that I know is going to be trash, but I pay $17 for 1 month or $49 for 3 months? I have Game Pass until March of next year. So I'm good the entire year. I can literally sit there and not even care about Game Pass Ultimate. I check the games they have out there. I check them, see what they have. I may download Flight Simulator again or whatever. But I'm not going to sit there and lose my mind over it. There's no titles that are banger titles on the Xbox you have to go out and buy. Why do you think Walmart's getting rid of all their Xbox games? Because they're not selling, probably, more or less. More or less, they're just not selling. They're sitting there and they're collecting dust. They're collecting dust because no one's buying them. You buy a console and you get this thing called the Xbox and you go on Game Pass and you download games and that is it. Well, I'm going to buy this game like I'm getting Game Pass, buy it at Walmart for $70. Download on Game Pass. You don't own the games anyway, even physical games right now anyway. Because all they got to do is update, boom, the game doesn't work anymore. I mean, literally, they can do this. And most games like Like I think Redfall is only online because it's supposed to be a single player campaign that never came out and never will now. But things like that are supposed to happen, but never happened. Why is that? Because Microsoft Studios decided to get in the way. See, Microsoft doesn't care about Xbox. They never have. Going back to the old Ted Turner WCW issue, I brought this up many times before in the past. WCW was data failed day one because Turner Broadcasting bought a company they didn't care about. It had good ratings and it had some good ratings on TV, and they put that in front of TV shows they want to watch behind it, and people watch it. It's cool, whatever. They didn't care about wrestling. Turner did. Phil Spencer liked gaming. Bill Gates loves gaming. Those guys, Bill Gates, those guys are gone, retired. People running the company now don't care about gaming anymore. They're not a gaming-centric company. Microsoft has operating systems. They're a Windows company. They make more money in 1 month on Windows sales than they make probably in the last 15 years of Xbox sales on games and consoles combined. Game Pass makes $1 billion. Like, oh, well, you know, Game Pass makes almost like $1 billion or $2 billion in the last couple years. CEOs of those people at Microsoft like, okay, we can keep the Game Pass. This Xbox shit, I don't know. But they're trying to say they're not gonna get rid of the consoles. But look what they did with the games, folks. They're closing down game studios. I'm not saying Redfall is a terrible game. If you like Redfall and your friends play, all 6 of you play it, great, had a great time. Hey, cool, awesome. But that window is coming to an end. That door is closing on this. I think it's time for people to really understand. If the Xbox fanboys want to know why Sony caved, it's because PC Gamer himself put a foot and said no. Xbox fanboys are going to have to stop buying Game Pass, stop buying consoles, say but Microsoft, we're not going to support you. We don't support this. We want studios back open, or we want you to make sure that the games that were made are going to stay alive, even with it. No, they promised the game will still be alive. They said that Redfall will still be active. Prey will still be active, but no future updates. Well, Prey's pretty old, so. But Redfall and games like that will still be active, means you'll be able to play it. So that's cool. But will they have their studio create the campaign for it? They may. If they do, they slap it in there, hey, halfway, whatever. It's a halfway game anyway. So slap it in a campaign, and there might be, a couple clicks, boom, done. Here you get your campaign and go away. And if that's a good campaign or decent campaign, hey, cool, fine, whatever. But I don't think people are going to sit there and really take out, the Game Pass and run to GameStop go buy this game. Xbox is known as the cheap gamer way, where you go there, you buy a game, you buy Game Pass, you go home, you download the game, play it, and you throw it back on the queue or back in the pool area of the queues, then download another one and play. I have a couple games on my thing that I have. I have Doom, I have other ones, that's about it. I have my Steam account. I have more games on my Steam account than I have on my Game Pass account. That are Microsoft. Halo and Gears of War. Those games are decent. Gears of War 6 was pretty cool. I admit. I admit, those games were really good. Gears of War is good, and Halo Infinite, for what it's worth, online is good. The campaign, I play a little bit, and it's an open world, so it's fine. I gotta play again anyway, eventually anyway. So I get used to it. But it's not, I heard it's not terrible. You have to get used to it. You really have to get into it. You have to get into that kind of game, because it's open world Halo. So it's a lot bigger than other Halo universes have ever been. But going back to the argument here, though. When's enough? When does Microsoft stop closing down studios and start utilizing this stuff? Are they ever going to listen to us? They're going to treat us like our damn cash machines. I think it's time to start boycotting Microsoft. I know it's a lot for people to do because, gamers are not the most, boycotting people. We saw what happened with what happened with PlayStation Network issue and with the Helldiver community and PC alone. PC is sold better on PC than it ever did on PlayStation. Starfield sold better on PC than it ever did on console. So, Xbox players want help. Contact the PC players. I guarantee you they'll rise up. If there's cause to be, if there's cause to be had and there's cause to be made, PC gamers will come and they'll come in the end and stand up. But you gotta stand up with us against this company. Boycott Game Pass. Request a refund. Deactivate the account. Whatever you gotta do, walk away from it. Because if this is what Microsoft's going to do, every time, a game doesn't sell 20 million copies because it's not the last, because it's not the Last of Us on PS3, or it's not Halo 3 on the 360 anymore, caliber of gameplay, then they need to be boycotted. They need to be stopped what they're doing and say, you know what, we don't like this. This is silly. What you're doing is wrong. Stop doing this, Microsoft. And you stop buying Game Pass. You stop playing games in Game Pass. You literally let your accounts expire. Don't play games. Uninstall every game on your PC or your console and just sit there. Go buy a Switch. Play a Switch. Do that. Show them what you're going to do. Don't buy any game on the Switch or PC that has Xbox on it. Buy none of it. I don't care if it's $1 for Halo Infinite. Don't buy it. I know it's tempting, but you know what? You hold yourself. You hold yourself accountable. You say, you know what? Well, I'm not going to buy that crap from you, Microsoft, because you lied to us. You told us this, that, and the other, and we're done. Eventually, in abusive relationships, you have to walk away and leave. I'm not saying Microsoft has been abusive, but they're not treating their employees very well. And their gamers, they're treating like cattle. They herd around just to buy stuff. So I think it's time for Microsoft to have a dose of the reality to them and say, this is what's going to happen, Microsoft. We're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. If you don't like what we're doing, guess what? Too bad. Stop closing down the reputable, decent studios. Yes, if they're trimming the fat cats won't do anything, I wouldn't have cared. Yeah, well, they have been there 20 years. Severance packages are okay. They'll probably get a job, designing something part-time and in retirement, and they're good. These people are probably 30, 40 years old with wives and kids and mortgages being told let go. And they gave the CEO, I think of Bethesda, or one of the leaders of Bethesda, $175 million bailout, payout to leave. They could have used that money to keep those studios going. Gave them $20 million per to have, just make any game you want. Just put it out there and see what happens. Hi-Fi Rush did not sell gangbusters because it was on Game Pass, but it was the most downloaded game, most played game on Game Pass. So it should probably tell you something. But because Microsoft did what they do, it's usually bullshit, this is what happens. So I think boycotting Microsoft Game Pass for a while is a good idea. Now, you can't not buy more Windows. You have to buy Windows. If you got a new game rig, you got to buy Windows. And that's not, I'm not saying Windows ain't the one. Okay, I want to make a point very clear. I'm not saying that when I say boycott Microsoft, don't boycott Windows. No, you need Windows operating system. It's a good thing to use. They're not shutting down Windows operating system people. They're not losing their jobs. Those guys probably for a job the rest of their lives, probably. Well, most of them. Well, we're talking about the gaming side of Microsoft. The Xbox, stuff like that. We boycott that. You know what? Somebody ain't telling us the truth. Phil Spencer, people on Microsoft side, somebody is lying to us. And, and we need to find out why. I guarantee you shake the cage, you rattle the cage, when you go up there and shake the tree, we're going to see what falls out. Because we have to figure this out. As gamers, we all need to come together again one more time. Let's take the arms of PC Master Race and Console Peasant, put it to the side. Because PC gamers like myself who have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate are one. And I'm irritated, but not as much as most people are. Because I don't care about the studios. Yes, I like Prey. I never play Hi-Fi Rush, but Prey is a great game. And it's a great game to play. It's good. Doom Eternal is awesome. But if I have to, I will uninstall my games. I'll let I'll deactivate my account. I won't have an Xbox account anymore. Or I delete an account because you got to do BS practices. I'll say that because you guys are not honoring your employee when you say you're not going to shut down, and they turn around and you slap us in the face, the consumer in the face. If you buy anything or use anything from a company, you are a consumer. You have a right to voice your opinion, stand up. I can't read in my car right now. Stand up and say, you know what? I'm not going to take this consumer company. You're going to work for me. I don't work for you. I'm not coming in punching your time clock. You're punching my time clock. You're going to tell me why I need to buy this Xbox and bring it home. Or put this gaming Xbox app on my big gaming rig or Steam Deck or ASRock or gaming laptop. You're going to show me this. You're going to show me why I need to have this. Not me show you why I need to buy it. That is what we need to do as consumers. You are a consumer. Okay? You are a consumer. Start acting like it. You saw what Helldivers community did. PC Master Race really joined up with the PlayStation people who did not understand why the PlayStation, empire wanted to sit there and have these accounts activated. A lot more immature than the old PC crybabies. When they realized what it was, they did a whole 180 and realized, okay, this is BS. We got brothers and sisters, and some people knew people in countries that couldn't get PlayStation Network but had Steam access with Windows or even Linux, and they can play the game. So, immaturity is normal in all parts, in all ages. So we gotta stay focused and stay on par. This is gonna force Microsoft's hand. If they shut down Xbox Studios, games, whatever, they probably won't. Well, no, they fire Phil Spencer because of it, probably. But you know something? If if Phil didn't tell the whole truth, half a mission is still a lie, regardless of how you look at it. So I think it's time for all of us to stand up, mount up. It's time to go to war again. This is the war that we're going to fight for gamers and for those people that lost their jobs to the lying spectacle of Microsoft. I don't think Phil had much to do with it, but if Phil didn't do with it, something to do with it, he should be out the door too as well. So hold people accountable. Hold your wallet accountable. So you know what, wallet, you're not going to spend no more money on this Game Pass stuff. You're not going to buy another play. You're not going to buy any more Xbox merchandise, Xbox consoles, Xbox crap. All you're going to do is buy a Switch and play a Switch. Even though, yes, Mario and Zelda are pretty cool. But you know what, though? They're not the end-all, be-all of human existence. A lot of people don't like, not having their Xbox on. And I understand that. But you have to hold yourself accountable to not to give in. Because once you give in to these companies again, they're going to use you all the time. That's why the Sony fan base didn't have the same respect as PC fan base does. Because we don't take crap. We dish it out when we're not giving what we want. We want games at a certain price. And Steam will never, ever argue with us about game prices. I never saw a game that was way too expensive. I saw games that were pretty cheap, but never way too expensive. I go, yeah, it made no sense on Steam. So, same for guys said again. If you're an Xbox fan, I'm not saying if you play a game on Game Pass because you know limited budget, you're hurting. No. What I'm saying is though, voice your concerns on reviews. Games come out, the Xbox game come out, or new come out. Try it out and review it. If it's bad, put 1 star. You can help too. The guys who are on budget who don't want to get rid of the account because all they have is Xbox and their budget. That's cool. You can help too. Go out there when you download the game from Game Pass, play it. If it's not making your standards, go to it, down it, 1 star it, review it, delete it, uninstall it. Do that a few times, I guarantee you, actually legitimate play the games. If they're not up to your liking, review it, 1 star it, uninstall it. I guarantee you eventually Microsoft are going to look at that. You can help too. Even though you're a console gamer and you're on budget, you don't want to get rid of your Xbox because you need it because all you have is Xbox. Because maybe you don't make money. You don't make a lot of money, so you have to budget save, and that's cool. I have no problem with that. You can help too by playing games on Game Pass that you never played before. If they're good, give them high reviews. If they're bad, give them 1 star reviews and give them a reason why they're bad. And be very very kosher and respectable about it. And I guarantee you, saying F this, F that will just get deleted by Microsoft. Saying this game is not the standards that Microsoft Xbox stands for. And give it a 1 star, and I guarantee you, somebody might go, you know what, this person on something. Because it's 4 or 5 things they've said, different games they played, hour or more, and they don't like them. We need to start listening to these people. And eventually, you might get a message from Microsoft. You might get a message from people like that. You never know. But you have power is in your hands. Even the guys that can't get rid of, even the guys like myself who can get rid of our accounts, do so. But do your own aggression. If you don't want to, just don't use the Xbox app. I haven't touched it, and since I found this out, I haven't even opened it. I haven't even touched it. I refuse to use it. Even though I paid, prepaid cards all the way up to next year, the way before we found this stuff out. I'm not even playing games I have on my Steam account that are Xbox. Nothing. Because, it's not fair. We have to find solidarity and hold people accountable in different ways. If they're tracking our gameplays or tracking our time we play the games and apps, as we stop doing that, it goes down to almost 0. Then Microsoft's going to go, oh my God, what are we going to do now? People are not liking this. There's many ways you hurt a company. So, like I said, guys, that's my video here. I'm going to go work out. You guys be safe. Peace, love. Once again, subscribe down below. Notifications on. Ring the bell if you're brand new. Ring the bell. Once again, peace out. See you guys later. Be loved. God bless you. See you later.